Back again. Thank you guys for watching. Continue to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's me, it's Raw. I'm back giving you raw game as I always give you the game. We've been talking about banking, relationship banking, business, credit, funding, all that and then some. But before I even get started, continue to hit like, subscribe, share these videos. It really means a lot. Help me get into this algorithm. I really please appreciate it. And leave comments in the comments. That means a lot as well because it helps us learn from one another, and it also helps us correct one another, and it gives us updated information. As we know, information is always changing every day, every minute, every second. So we definitely want to be updated with banking strategies, fundings, things of that sort. And you can also join my free school group. I'd appreciate that, where we will be sharing wins, losses, and we'll have special people on talking about different categories. And there may be something that you may want to hear about. So, and you can post that in the school group as well, and we'll see if we can make that happen for you. And it's just a beautiful thing. And I hope you guys just continue to be successful along your credit journey. And I hope you get the funding you want. And I hope your credit is prepared so your business can definitely prosper, and as well as you prosper as a person. But now I'm going to talk to you about how to prioritize your banking, like what banks you should go for first versus the banks you shouldn't go for. But today I'm going to talk about the banks that you should go for first. It's just my opinion as well. That doesn't mean someone else's opinion doesn't matter, but I will go after banks that are relationship banking. I believe they're more effective. And as I always tell you guys, those banks are more likely to be credit unions. They're relationship banking. And that's sometimes because they have their own internal score and they will give you funding. Sometimes they can look past a low credit score, but not too low. And they'll see that you've been having deposits and you've been with them for a certain amount of time. So that's history with them. You've been using their products. So that relationship is good to have as well. And you want to just don't have nothing laying doormat in the account, even though I have did that with a couple banks. I just let a certain amount of money just sit there and I was able to get products. But you definitely want to get into relationship banking. Then you want to go with banks that issue their own cards, preferably 0% business credit cards and no doc loans cards for their products. Those typical banks are like, they have their own internal underwriting system, and you guys can research that. And those are banks that will, not the bigger banks like the Chases and all that, the B of A's, but they got their own internal underwriting system and they can approve you as well. So you want to go after those banks. Then banks with business credit, pre-approval or offerings. And I've done multiple videos on that as well. A lot of banks, they got that pre-approval portal. As I stated, Navy Federal has it. Once you get into their ecosystem, if you want a credit limit increase, it's a soft pull, you know what I'm saying? And the pre-approval thing is, you know what you get pretty much before you're actually gonna get it. They tell you if you approve for the card. That Apple Card with Goldsmith, they do it. Other credit unions have that portal on their website as well. So that's a great tool to get, because if they're not gonna approve you, then don't go for the card or don't go applying for credit. So that's great. Then you wanna go with banks with business credit pre-approval offers. And then you wanna go with credit unions, which I stated they're more likely to give you more money. As you know, on the business side, business funding gives you more money. Now, the thing is, you don't want to go after a whole lot of banks all at one time. You want to be strategic when you're going after these banks. You maybe want to go for like, I say maybe like two or three, but then you want to be smart. You also want to know, like, if you go for Navy Federal, just say they pull from TransUnion, then you may go for PenFed Credit Union. They may pull from Equifax. So that's two different pulls from two different banks. So the Navy Federal can't see that you apply for credit uh, with PenFed because they pull from two different credit unions. So that's strategic. Rather than if you go to all your banks and they're all pulling Equifax, you go to 3, 4 banks, and the last couple see that you got funding or you got credit and you got a pull from Equifax. They're gonna be like, wait, hold on. Why is he applying for all this credit? You seem like you're a risk. You seem like you real thirsty. So they might not even give you any funding, or they might lowball you. So you just got to be real smart. So, and these banks, for the most part, if you do your research, you pretty much know where they pull from. You could use Google, or sometimes you could call or walk in and just talk to a rep and just say you're interested in applying for some credit, and who do you guys pull from? And they'll just tell you. If you don't know, just ask and they'll tell you. But you don't have to apply for the credit right then and there just because they tell you, because maybe it's a place that you already got 2 inquiries on. And then also as well, you want to be able to PG it. You want to make sure that your credit is all intact as well before you go applying with all these banks. So just have something to do with the money as well, because if you get approved for a business credit card and it's 0% interest for 12 months, some banks do 15 months, and you don't got nothing to do with the money, and then come month 9 or 10, and that means you just wasted a whole 15 months or however many months you didn't use that money. You just wasted a whole 0% interest. You know what I mean? So be smart too. Or maybe you have a high limit on your personal credit. Roll that over to the business side and it's no interest, and then pay that off slowly. So you just got to be smart and strategic when you're doing things and when you're going for these banks. And go for the banks with the 0% interest. Every bank doesn't do 0% interest. So do your research on these cards. And there's so many banks out there, guys, that you could go for. I can't even name them all. And you can leave some comments in the comment box, or put some banks out there that you may know of that you like, and they may have 0% interest and that have been kind to you, or even put some banks in the comment section that you don't like and why you don't like them. But it's just about having a plan and just knowing what you're going after, and just going after the right thing at the right time. But sometimes you learn better, you do better. When I first started my credit journey, I got low cards and I got department store cards, but the more and more I learned, the better I got at it. And you could do the same thing too.